Hello, everybody. Welcome to One Drink, a podcast where we talk about one topic for one drink. I'm Matthew.
And I'm Oliver.
Amber.
And today, we are talking about the ocean.
Yeah.
So, we did a show earlier on recycling and just how
Learned terrible facts on that. About
it was
the ocean.
just horrible.
So we did this recycling show. Well, first we did a garbage show, and then we were like, well, now we have to do a recycling show.
Yeah.
And one of the facts on the recycling show was that on a daily basis, every minute, the equivalent to 15 garbage trucks full of plastic gets dumped into the ocean. Every minute.
Yeah. So the
And you're surprised.
No, it puts it into perspective.
Oh,
yeah.
When people put big shit into a tangible thing that you can think about.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah. So that's what it got us hooked. I was just obsessed with the ocean for some reason.
yeah.
I don't know why.
Now we're on a quiet.
But do you guys
facts.
still use straws?
I don't.
I don't.
Do you still use...
Well, I don't
Do you
use.
still
I don't.
use
Okay, wait a minute.
plastic milk jugs?
No, I use glass ones. 'cause I
Of
go
course
for
you...
dairy.
Well, also you're,
yeah,
with
my wife's a
Jackie,
health
so...
coach.
I do.
You-
Plastic.
yeah.
Well, I get the small ones.
But also, how do you
Small
get your
ones aren't any
deodorant?
better than the big ones. They're
the
just
small
smaller.
ones are just going to be even more. But what about your
Damn it.
deodorant? What
Oh,
about your toothbrushes? Are they wooden?
Mine's electric.
Yeah, I got the electric.
But it's still plastic.
No, it's metal.
So yeah, I mean,
It's metal.
I
There's
know.
some kind of plastic on it.
No, I use a regular one.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I thought. You can't even...
So yeah.
Do you use a wooden toothbrush?
Hell no!
I was gonna say.
Right.
I was like, if she.
If my mom
Right, all right, Pinocchio.
Alright, okay, so my mom buys me a toothbrush or more than one toothbrush every year, and if she doesn't put that in my stocking, I throw a fit. If she bought me a wooden toothbrush, I would be more than happy to use it. But because she provides a plastic toothbrush every year, I don't buy my own toothbrush. My mom does that.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I'm
Aren't you
31 years
30?
old. Yeah,
Right.
31 years old. My mom still needs to be buying me a toothbrush every Christmas.
So you only change your toothbrush out once a year?
No, every 6 months. But I go to the dentist and they give me a plastic toothbrush.
Ah, okay. All right, fair
I
enough.
do the same.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Every 6 months, I get a new one.
Yeah.
But I know I contribute to this unfortunate pollution to the ocean.
Yeah.
But I just got obsessed with it, and after that fact stuck in my head, I was like, well, there's got to be some better things
About the ocean. yeah.
about the ocean that we could talk about
Yeah.
because
So these are cool facts that just mask the problem. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We talk about the cool things.
Can we not mask the problem and just talk about
No,
the
because
problem?
that's not what this show's about.
Oh man.
Because everybody talks about the problem and doesn't do anything. We don't even talk about the problem. So then we don't feel bad about not having to do anything because we don't even talk
You
about
just
it.
told me you talked about the
I
problem.
told you we didn't talk. We talked about one problem
And then
100 shows ago.
Yeah, but then you talked about
Yeah, but-
garbage, and then you talked
Yeah,
about
but I don't use plastic straws. I don't use plastic bags. Shoot me because I use a plastic toothbrush. You know.
You're a terrible person.
Well, I don't care. At
Just
least I
plastic on
change,
your
I
hat.
change my toothbrush every 3 months.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Is it because Jackie forces you to?
No, it's because usually my daughter drops it on the floor.
Yeah.
And I can't.
Right, having
I
kids.
can't.
No?
Once it hits something else that's not the sink.
But what if,
Area?
what
I'm
if,
done.
what
Yeah.
if, like,
Done.
a cigarette, or like when you did smoke at one point, like, you have a cigarette hit the ground, you still picked it up and smoked it, right?
Yeah, but that was giving me satisfaction. Brushing my teeth doesn't give me satisfaction. It's just cleaning my teeth. It's like a necessity that you have to do.
What
you know
about
what I mean?
food? 5-second rule.
Also, satisfaction. I get satisfaction out of eating food. I don't get satisfaction out of brushing my teeth. It's just a necessity so that when I talk to somebody more than 5 feet away from me, they're not like, oh my god, this guy's breath stinks. He needs to
Right.
brush his teeth. Okay? It's a necessity, not a
I
satisfaction.
could argue
it's a
this
totally
fact
different
all
thing.
day. You're a
I
dirty
know.
motherfucker that eats food off the floor. It's fine.
Well, you're a
I've
dirty
done
bitch that
it.
doesn't change your toothbrush every 6 months. So it's
Every
fine.
6 months, it's alright, yeah.
I'll argue either side, though. You want me to switch and,
We can go
and
all
go the
day.
other side?
We
I'll
can go
go
all
the. I
day.
just like to argue.
Yeah,
All
you
right,
do.
so
That's why my friend-
Matthew's
that's why my
like,
friend-
shut the
that's-
fuck
I don't think he
up.
was ready for us to be on the show. 'Cause I don't think he's really ever seen us like in a social situation. You know what I mean? The only time he's ever hung out with us is when we were both working.
Yeah, and he was plastic.
Right.
So
Right.
he has no
you should
idea.
see us on a road trip.
Oh,
it gets real weird.
it's so great.
It gets
That's
weird.
why
It gets
he's
weird.
like, I'll bring you in by yourself.
It gets weird. Yeah. It gets weird. It gets
No.
weird. It gets weird.
You want to come in on this? You want to
No.
argue with us?
I have nothing to argue
You're too
about.
complacent.
Yeah.
I definitely.
He's
I
not
do-
that personality type.
I do
No.
all of it.
Because I can't.
I drop food,
not
I'm
win.
picking it up, and I'm eating it.
Right. And I'm gonna throw it in a plastic fucking bag, bitch. Okay. Anyways,
So yeah,
Sorry, back to the ocean.
getting back to the ocean. I'm obsessed. So now let's talk about some different cool things that people don't know about, because I'm sure people don't think about the ocean.
Yeah.
Think about going in it.
Yeah.
Now, have you swam in the ocean? Obviously.
Yeah, no, my parents live in Florida, so I see the ocean at least 6 times a year.
Right.
Yeah. So and I see some of the dirty stuff that
Just
comes
flowing up on the beach?
Yeah, no, because you have the tide, and the tide will push it up, and then when it goes into low tide, it just keeps leaving more and more and more behind.
So you witnessed this. You're just
yeah.
Whoa. I've been in the ocean a couple times. Not many, but I didn't see any of that.
I love the ocean.
But yeah,
I don't like how it tastes.
I just want to swim with a dolphin.
I do too.
I want to swim with a dolphin so bad.
That would be amazing.
Like not at like SeaWorld though, Like
Key West.
In the ocean.
Like a real
I think I'm gonna go to Key
I
West.
just want to grab onto a fin.
You would love
fucking
Key
hang
West.
tight.
Don't bring him, but me and you, we can go to Key West and have a
Yeah.
great time because
It's clear
he's
water.
trouble,
Right?
but we'll have a great time. That'll be another Dark Tuesday. But no, we'll have a great time.
Clear water, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the water's and the sand is white.
That's
it's
all
gorgeous.
I want. So-
but then you got the men walking around in the thongs.
Oh. I mean, that's cool.
They're saving on the plastic polyester.
They can do whatever, but
Why didn't I go to Key West?
well, because we were gonna do a show. From
Also,
there,
don't
that's
bring
why.
up Dark Tuesday. It's
Well, that's why you can't go.
All right, so
I'm talking about old wrinkly men in thongs walking around. What do you think the women are wearing?
I'm not attracted to old wrinkly women.
next to nothing.
Next to their old wrinkly thonged men.
I didn't say the women were old and
I'm
wrinkly.
not-
The women are not old and wrinkly. The men are rich, old and wrinkly, walking around in the thongs, and then they have the troublesome on their.
And they
their
just got
side.
money.
Yeah, they just
money.
got money.
Fine, Dark Tuesday, whatever.
Yeah.
All right, so first fact here. Water at the bottom of the ocean is incredibly hot. So this is why, they say that, oh, we've never been to the bottom of the ocean. It's hard to discover all this crazy stuff because some parts of it are just super hot. Mm-hmm. So you
Yeah,
can't,
it's like the release valves from underneath the crust.
Like
It's
volcanic, volcanic.
So you can't get
waters.
to the bottom,
Volcanic.
which is volcanic. So the water released from these vents can be up to 400 degrees Celsius, 750 degrees Fahrenheit. It is the intense pressure of these depths, the same pressure that would crush you, that keeps the water from boiling. So I would love to go down, if possible, just to the bottom of the ocean floor. And just say, I have been to the bottom of the ocean floor.
Well, you could go out
Better
6
start
feet.
saving your damn money.
You could go out 6 feet and then go down and then touch the bottom of the. I've touched the bottom of the ocean.
No.
You could just
100 times.
you
I'm
could
saying-
just walk out about not even 6 feet. Walk
Okay.
out 2
I
inches,
get-
and as long as the tide's hitting your ankles, you're in the ocean. You're
I'm
touching
talking.
the bottom.
I'm at the bottom of the ocean. I dropped my sunglasses once when I was standing out.
I'm touching
I was knee high and I dropped my sunglasses. I reached down and I touched the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm talking about
Deep.
the deepest,
Deep.
part of the ocean.
Deep.
I would love to go down there.
That's like 6-7 miles down in the.
Oh, you gotta watch the James Cameron documentary on the Titanic on Disney Channel because they do that whole deep
No,
dive.
the Titanic didn't sink there.
What?
Not in the
Yeah,
bottom.
it's a hole. It didn't.
No, are you
actually
talking?
sink there.
Oh, well.
That's not where the.
I'm just
Titanic
saying
went
the
down.
deepest
I'm
part.
just
That's not how
saying
it
the
sank
whole
either.
dive.
It didn't hit an iceberg either.
Well, no, I'm just hitting the whole.
The CIA has the
My
Titanic.
God, Jesus Christ! You could. I'm talking about him touching the bottom of the fucking ocean.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And the whole
Oh, so
them
he
going
has a-
down into the thing and you know.
We did a couple of conspiracy theory shows, and one of the random facts was the Titanic didn't actually sink,
Right.
And that the CIA hijacked it. Or
I
I
believe
don't
it did.
think the CIA
No.
had that kind of.
No, it hit an iceberg and it sank because
Yeah.
the builders thought that it was unsinkable.
Yeah.
But the
Because
fucking thing was
they're
made out of iron
ignorant
and they were
asses.
idiots.
Yeah.
Great movie, by the way.
No, it wasn't. It was too
I
long.
just tried to watch it the other day. And I'm like, this is
Yeah.
terrible.
Come on!
Too long.
I'm
and it
like,
was
no
over.
wonder Leo didn't win any awards.
I love that movie.
Because he was an idiot. Okay,
Well, you're also,
you can mooch off of one of our
oh,
facts now
hopeless
since you
romantic.
didn't, since you didn't actually plan for this show.
Yeah, I know. I'm not special. There is an ice sheet larger than the continental United States.
That's just crazy.
What? Just two? What the hell is that word? Vestiges.
Yes.
Vestiges of ice.
Vestiges.
Vestiges.
Is that it?
That's no.
I would've got it wrong,
Vestiges
too.
of ice remain from our planet's last ice age.
Vestiges.
The Greenland ice sheet and the Antarctic ice sheet. The latter of the two is staggering in size, clocking at 5.4 million square miles. That's a lot.
Yeah, it's
That's-
bigger than
that's-
the
that's
U.S.
huge. Yeah, so that's
a big
huge.
sheet of ice.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I mean, come
According
on.
to the National Snow and Ice Data Center, it's roughly the size of the continental United States and Mexico combined. Okay, so
and Mexico combined.
all right, so combined, but also I feel I've driven from one side to the other, like
That's
I guess
how big
square
the
miles.
ocean is.
Yeah, but I guess square miles. Is that what it says? Is
Yeah,
square? Yeah,
square
square miles. Okay.
That's huge.
That's huge.
From one side to the yeah.
Ice.
That's
huge.
Yeah.
That's a big ice sheet.
I mean, come
Is
on.
it just a sheet or does it go down? Like how thick is it?
No, it goes down too. It's
Yeah,
it's probably part of an old glacier.
I know, but that's what I don't know.
Yeah.
Is I wonder how deep does it go
Oh,
down?
I don't know.
Is it just like, or does it come
It's probably super deep.
up? Does it come
It's gotta
up
be pretty
high
deep.
too?
The thickness
or
has got to be huge.
yeah,
well, I mean,
want to know how thick this
lakes
sheet
and
of ice
rivers
is.
that we have here now. I mean, even in this country, right in this region, the Finger Lakes, the Great Lakes, they were all formed from where
Yeah.
glaciers used to be.
Like
so
Earth.
yeah,
You know,
and you're talking, those are valleys, and I mean,
your next homework is to figure out how
Lake
thick
Michigan,
this is.
it's
Yeah.
like 900 feet deep at its deepest point. So,
But I
mean, you're talking that sheet of ice could be.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
when I read that, I was just like, dude, there's a
That's pretty
sheet
cool.
of ice the size of the United States and Mexico.
Right. Just hanging out.
I mean, could you
Slowly melting.
now picture this?
Because she doesn't.
How long do you think
change
it
her
would take
toothbrush or whatever.
to
No,
skate?
you change your toothbrush,
right.
so you're the one that's affecting
Gotcha.
the environment, not me.
Well, let it burn, bitches.
How much?
Don't burn plastic. That shit burns like
I didn't
if
say
it
burn
falls
plastic. I
on
meant
your
the
hand.
ice. Just
Oh.
melt the ice.
Why would you want to melt
Well,
the
we need
ice?
more fresh water because we're running out.
No,
It's coming. So yeah, how long do you think? I
when
don't
they
know.
don't understand global warming.
I
Okay.
understand
It's
global
happening.
warming. It's
It's
Al
happening.
Gore.
So
I
just
hate you.
take a guess.
I
How
gotta
long
go.
do you think it would take if you were to skate, ice skate?
I don't know. How long would it take you to skate to California? Months.
That's what I'm saying. How long
Months.
do you think?
I mean, Forrest Gump ran for years, and he only went back and forth like
That's a fucking
2.5
movie.
times. Huh?
That's a movie.
Yeah.
I'm
but
saying
it's
at
real
least
life, though.
3
It's
months.
based on a real guy.
So no, there's people that walked across from the United States from one end to the other during quarantine. And they were
Wow,
like
they really
6
had
months
nothing else to
in.
do.
Yeah, well, who had anything to do? You guys started a podcast.
This is
Yeah,
true.
it's way better than walking across the country.
I mean, their calves are gonna look spectacular by the time they're done.
Diamond calves.
Love me a good set of calves.
Diamond calves.
So, but it's like they were like 3 months in, and they were like not even halfway.
Yeah.
So it's good for like years.
I feel like they were walking slow. I feel like I could
But it's
do it.
also-
I feel like I could do it faster.
But also, it's like it's not a straight across situation when it's square miles. It's the entire. So you
Right.
would literally have to go up, down, up, down,
yeah,
up,
no,
down.
it's too much.
Yeah. So
I just can't believe there's a
walk.
goddamn ice sheet bigger than
That's that big.
Yeah.
Come on.
That's pretty dope. Okay, so we haven't explored most of the ocean floor. Only 5% of the seafloor has been accurately mapped by scientists. In fact, we know more about the surfaces of the moon and Mars than we do about our own ocean floor. However, new technological advances could hopefully be able to change this over the coming decades.
I mean, I hope so.
Dude, 5%?
Yeah.
5%.
They're more worried about what's up there than what's down here.
I know.
But that's how it's always
Yeah,
been.
but it's there's never really been like like in the 60s when they had the space race between us and the Soviets. You know what I mean?
Right.
We threw every dime we had
Yeah.
Into
to
space.
go up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Instead of throwing every dime we had to go. Imagine if they took all the money that they spent
For NASA.
trying to send somebody to the moon before the Russians,
Dude.
Yeah.
trying to send somebody to the bottom of the Mariana Trench.
Now
Right?
listen,
Right?
we could have.
We could have done it already.
That's
And
what I'm
you know
saying.
What? I swear to God, though, I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm not one of those guys. I know I just said all that stuff to her, but that was just to piss her off because I like to argue against whatever she's saying, even if I agree with it or not. I've been doing it for 10 years. Not going to change now.
I believe in aliens.
Stop talking to the camera because they can't read lips. Yeah, whatever. So I really think that we do have the technology to get down there, or at least pretty deep.
Easily.
Maybe not 6 miles deep because that's some intense shit. But
True, but it's possible.
at least with a robot.
But
You know
listen to
what I mean?
this. listen to this though. How crazy is
Maybe
this?
not with a person. I don't know if a person could get down there, but if we can send a robot to fucking Mars,
Yeah.
I promise you we can send a robot, we can sink a robot 6 miles into the fucking water. You know what I mean?
What do
You think
got?
it's only 6 miles down?
In the Mariana Trench? Yeah, it's
Well, no, I'm
like
just-
6.72 miles. It's like
Okay.
the deepest point of the ocean.
Is it? I don't
Yeah. Look it up. I'm gonna look
good.
at. I'll look at it. You two.
So
why don't
anyway-
you two read a fact and I'll look
So
it up.
anyways, just picture this though. So all the money that went into space, so the ocean takes up pretty much the whole Earth.
Yeah.
All the money they spent in space, which is, I don't even know. Don't you think they could have built a city underneath the ocean?
Atlantis, hello.
Well, right.
Yeah.
So
Almost 7 miles.
that's pretty deep.
That's deep.
I feel like that's not that deep.
It is. It's the pressure though that's the problem.
Right.
That deep,
Yeah.
which is the issue of getting down there. is
Well,
the
and
pressure.
going up,
Yeah.
there is no pressure, so.
Right. Yeah, but
It's a
but
vacuum.
it's space though.
Yeah.
Like at least you know that you're only 7 miles away from help.
True.
This
At
is
your
true.
at your worst point, you go to the fucking moon, you're 230,000 miles away from help.
Doomed.
I'd rather be 7 miles away.
The pressure will just crush you instantly.
Right, just like that.
Yeah.
Like a semi running over a soda can.
Damn.
But let's.
Well, we could just send a robot down there, tied to a string, and the string's only got to be
Titanium,
7 miles
indestructible.
long.
Yeah.
They build it out of diamonds. What's the difference? Who
Titanium,
cares?
diamonds, there you go.
Yeah.
All I know is we could have done way more with the ocean underwater. Anyway,
Yeah.
I mean, come on, let's be realistic. All right, they need us to engineer this.
They don't need us.
Yes,
They need humans, not this panel of morons.
All right, so you ready for this? One iceberg could supply 1 million people with drinking water for 5 years. We're just talking one iceberg.
I told you to melt it.
Them things are
I already said it.
huge.
That's not a lot of. That's 5 years isn't that long of a time to.
Long enough.
True, but just to
Some people
think,
don't have water at all.
yeah, just to think like an iceberg, like holy shit. A large iceberg from the Antarctica contains more than 20 billion gallons of water, which could conceivably supply 1 million people with drinking water for 5 years.
1 million people. Oh, that's not even. So that wouldn't even touch the global population.
No.
Well,
But
you
still,
guys don't say
you just
no
look
at
at
the same time.
you look at a
It's cute, isn't it?
It's kind of cute.
you look at an iceberg and you're just
I
like,
always thought you guys were cute. You're relatively the same size. And I always thought it was cute.
I think I'm taller.
It might be. With those shoes on you are.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
but yeah. So iceberg. I would like to go to Antarctica just to only for like.
Do you like the cold? I mean,
I don't mind it.
You always wear a vest and a beanie. Like you always have a vest and a beanie.
It's
on.
good. It keeps his internal organs warm.
Yeah, I
and
never
then, and then his
understood-
head, where
always-
most of your heat gets escaped from.
I mean, I guess it's smart, but he is like since the day I met him, he's always worn a vest.
He
and a
just
beanie.
talked about vests on last week's show. He goes, well, I'm a vest guy. I wear a vest.
Right.
Never in my life have I been a vest person, but
Well,
this
that's because we were
he
born in
is.
the 80s.
You were born in 1980. What? 88?
7.
87? Really? You're Andrew's age? You're fucking.
I'm 34.
Old.
Dude, you're only 3 years younger than me, jackass.
Old.
Oh, at least
I'm
I
a
don't have-
90s baby,
at least I don't
alright?
have people abusing my business cards.
Oh, this is true. Not yet.
Not
Until
yet.
I get a hold of
That's
them.
why I put my picture on it.
They're quite girly, so.
They are colorful.
They're very colorful.
They are
Don't
colorful.
worry.
Check out Colors by
I
OG
have
on
some
Facebook,
friends. Don't you worry about that. Alright.
Lose my number.
Never. Most of Earth's volcanic activity happens in the ocean. I did know that.
That I also knew.
Yeah, no, like kind of like Hawaii and all that's like.
Yeah.
That's how like islands are formed.
That's how a lot of tsunamis and earthquakes happen
Yep,
too. It's
exactly.
from volcanoes. Volcanoes start, they cause an
They
earthquake,
just-
and then that
They're
earthquake
eruptions.
ensuing causes a tsunami.
Yeah.
When it comes to volcanic activity, the oceans have the most going on by a wide margin. In fact, 90% of all volcanic activity on the planet happens in the ocean. You
crazy.
just made me repeat myself.
I did.
Yes, because
It's alright, Matt can't read either.
it's fine. The largest known concentration of active volcanoes is in the South Pacific. It's an area no bigger than the size of New York, but it contains a whopping 1,133 volcanoes. That's a lot. Like they're just like little bitty.
Yeah,
little
some
bitty guys.
are big and some
Are they like some nasty blackheads on the earth?
Yeah,
That are just
yeah.
going. Actually, that'd be more like cystic acne.
Yeah.
It's
Well, it's
Earth's
like
acne.
those form from those little geysers that blow out when you were talking about the temperature of the water. And
Yeah,
stuff like
yeah.
this. So some of those erupt.
But yeah,
into
like
little
I
volcanoes,
don't
but
know
then
why.
some of them turn into islands like Hawaii. Hawaii was formed because
Oh,
of
true.
Yeah.
multiple volcanoes
Right.
in the
Yeah.
same area. But I mean, that whole island is because of an eruption
Yeah.
from a volcano.
And I don't know why
which
I
is
never
which
read
is
that.
crazy to me that they're it's now
they
inhabited
still-
because volcanoes don't stay dormant forever. They go
No,
dormant
they-
for a long,
they
long
still
time.
erupt.
But they still go off. But it's
Yeah.
crazy, And then you get idiots like Krakatoa. You know what I mean? Where they built a whole entire town with 25,000 people like right at the bottom.
Oh yeah. But that's
I'm
the
not saying
thing.
they're idiots, because they all died, and that's sad. And
Yeah.
not trying to call dead people idiots.
I wonder how many
People that live at the
like
bottom of a volcano aren't the smartest people in the world.
how many go off though. Like, do they
A
go
lot.
off
There's
daily
like thousands
or
of
is it
eruptions
like
a day.
right?
Yeah,
But they're
Nuts.
small. I mean, they're
Yeah.
not giant
Yeah.
like
they're
what
not-
you would think a volcano
Yeah,
is.
that's true.
Like, don't imagine watching the movie Volcano from 1980 or 1997.
Tom
or
Hanks?
whatever.
It's a good movie.
No, that wasn't Tom Hanks. It was
What?
what's his name?
No.
Tom Hanks.
That was a
in
good
Volcano.
movie, though.
No,
It's a good movie. The
What
old
was
lady
it?
dies
It
in the
was,
acid lake. That was sad.
Yeah.
That was sad. She was pushing the
it
boat off.
Lewis?
No, we'll remember it.
Yeah, no.
We'll remember it at some
I'm
point.
gonna do a little research real quick. While,
Okay. All right.
you're
Look at.
reading
All right.
yours.
So check out this fact. So the furthest point from land is closer to space.
Oh,
All right. So listen to this. Point Nemo in the Pacific is the furthest point in the ocean from land.
wow.
Right. Located over 1,000 miles from any landmass. Quite often, the closest human to this point are the astronauts on the International Space Station as it passes over. So it's so far away from the nearest landmass that when the International Space Station passes over it,
Right.
that is the closest human to the people that are on that island.
Holy shit. We gotta go to
That's
this island.
no fucking way, man. You gotta go on a...
Albuquerque, leave me alone. You kidding me?
No way, man.
No.
You know how irritated I would get at spending that much time with me?
Yeah. No, I already know. Oh, it's Tommy Lee Jones, by the way.
That's it.
But no, look how rough his daughter looks. Well, she was the daughter in the movie, but look how rough she looks.
Like
After
got
the
hit in
fact.
the face by the volcano.
Yeah,
Oh.
she looks real rough.
That's
I
the
mean,
worst.
and she was like the baby.
Yeah.
I saw.
Well, I mean, that movie
She was-
came out
Oh
a long
god.
time ago. It was a good movie, though.
It was an amazing movie.
I liked it.
All right. So
Love that
speaking
movie.
of the tsunamis that happen from the volcanoes
Yeah.
Yeah.
underneath the water.
1997.
So tsunamis, those waves, obviously they do a lot of damage. When you see them, you're like, holy shit, we're never going to survive this crash.
You're not.
These fucking tsunamis move. The waves are moving at 500 miles an hour.
It's nuts.
You're never. I mean, whatever's in its way.
Well, like your best chance is when you see the water just.
Receding. Yeah. But
'Cause
even then, that's not a lot of time.
Well, yeah, because like
No.
most people just think it's like, oh, the tide. Oh, yeah.
No. It's because idiots don't understand that the tide doesn't go out like that.
Yeah. no.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It takes 24 hours for the tide to change.
Yeah.
In total. Or, well, 12 hours.
I mean, we talked about
Whatever
it
the
before.
cycle is.
I
Because
think-
sometimes it's not 12 hours. It's like 16, but...
Yeah, we were like, if you've seen a tsunami, what would
I
you
feel
do?
like I'm
I
in
Googled
class right now.
I googled it. I get bored when I take a shit, so
I feel like an
Google
idiot
weird
right
shit.
now.
I
You
Google
guys are
weird
really
stuff.
stupid. It's great.
It's great.
No, I'm learning facts. This is awesome. I love learning facts.
No, but yeah, so we could. They said if a tsunami came from, I don't know what ocean it is.
The Atlantic.
Yeah, the one near us.
The
It
Atlantic.
could reach Rochester.
We're done.
Which
I'll just go up on the Xerox building. We'll be straight.
I mean,
They would take it out at the knees.
it would be.
No, we'd probably
I don't know
see
what I
like
mean.
a couple feet.
Yeah. We're really inland.
We have more worry about like Lake Ontario overflowing and
Nah,
you know.
that ain't gonna fuck that lake. That dirty ass. Like I'll tell you what,
Half
I'd be more worried about that dirty ass water touching my house than anything else.
Exactly.
I ain't trying to have that water up in my shit.
What did you do?
I don't know. Read off mine.
All right, fine. There was a Titanic one.
Right here.
Oh.
Yeah. There are 3 million shipwrecks in the ocean,
What?
which I totally kind of. No, that's a really
lot.
high number.
That's a really
I
high
mean,
number.
but I think about pirates.
Right. You think about back in the day, though.
I mean, I
you know,
think about pirates.
That was the main.
You think about forearms.
Well, no, my tattoos, you ass.
Nobody see that shit.
I'll show them at a later date in
Read
private when they
Read
abuse
me
my
a
business card.
Tattoos on a business card.
Okay,
and
I'm
we'll see
going
what
to.
really
Totally going to
happens.
do it.
Grrr.
From the Titanic to Christopher Columbus, Santa Maria. The oceans are home to around 3 million shipwrecks, according to the United Nations Educational and Scientific and Cultural Organization. What a mouthful. Thank you so much.
All I could think about was a shipwreck in that bottle when you put it on its side.
Absolutely.
So yes, I put this in there simply because yes, the Titanic was in there. Had to throw that fact in there, but
Yeah,
also
right. We all know you have a love affair with Leonardo DiCaprio. Leo, if you're watching this show, he's your number 2 fan.
Who's number 1?
I don't anybody but him.
Every
Every
12-year-old
preteen,
girl that,
that's
when
ever
the
seen
movie came
Gangs of
out.
New York.
Leo.
Right?
Oh my god, Leo! I like Gangs
He was
of New
great.
York.
He makes some great movies though.
The Departed?
Catch me if you
I
can.
drew on them.
of
that
Wall
one wasn't
Street,
that
I
great.
concur.
Dude, I concur.
Yeah.
I concur.
Wolf of
I
Wall
concur.
Street was some boss shit right there.
I
But
concur.
anyways, so we did a show on pirates and like some of these ships, not pirate ships, but some ships do wash up on the sea.
Yeah, we did like
oh, they're all gonna eventually.
we did like
Come up.
like crazy treasures like discovered,
Yeah.
or we
Yeah.
did like a
pirate thing.
yeah, sort of.
The bags of
But
cocaine that get found
you know,
in the ocean from deep sea
some of the
fishing.
Spanish galleons that have sunk off the coast of
Yeah.
wherever, and they get found, and there's
Yeah.
$400 million worth of old silver or gold or
Yeah.
whatever hidden on
So
board.
cool.
All
Damn.
that stuff, but yeah,
I would
it's
love
nuts.
How good of a swimmer are you?
Pretty
Not good enough to
Are
find a
you?
fucking shipwreck
Well,
or
where do you
go
want
to
me
the
to
bottom of the
swim?
ocean.
I'm just curious how good of a swimmer you are.
Oh, I can swim.
I can swim.
In a pool,
I can float.
or
I don't
like,
sink though.
do you have to see the bottom to be cool?
No, I can swim.
Okay.
But it just
I don't
depends on
sink.
like,
Well, yeah.
I bob around like cauliflower, man.
yeah.
There's nothing
Or
to
if I'm
you.
just I don't have the breath, but I can
There's nothing
swim.
to weigh you down.
I
man.
know it's the
You're
worst.
like your bones.
I
are
take like a half a
bird
breath.
bones.
I take like a half a breath, and I could pretty much
You
walk
got
on
like
water.
bird bones that are like
Hollow. Yeah.
So you just float.
Yeah. Well, it means I'm never going to sink, so that's a plus. Anyways, the world's largest waterfall is also
Oh,
in the ocean.
see, I don't. That's just amazing.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
The
Another.
Denmark Strait Cataract, located in the Atlantic between Iceland and Greenland, is a subsurface waterfall that consists of 5 million meters cubed of water continuously flowing 3,505 meters, more than 3 times Angel Falls, which is the largest waterfall above land. It's
Where's
that
that?
one where all the pictures show it's like a really
Yeah.
skinny waterfall and it goes like off
Yep,
of
yep.
a cliff and
Yeah.
comes down. I'll show you a picture of it.
Thank you.
You'll be like, oh yeah, I've seen that in every meme ever. It is
Motivational
formed
meme?
by a temperature difference either side of a large underwater ridge. So it's high pressure water and low pressure water,
Right.
which move at different rates, and so it basically flows down this huge ridge and is
Underwater.
essentially an underwater.
There's a waterfall.
So it's basically
underwater.
an underwater current
Yeah.
that flows
Just
on its
a-
own. Yeah. No, not when it goes off this big ass.
And there's rivers. I did.
yeah.
I do
So
believe.
I mean, Angel Falls though. Everybody knows Angel Falls. They don't know that they know Angel
I can't
Falls,
get over
but
the
they
fact
know
that there's
Angel
a
Falls.
goddamn waterfall.
Where is this located?
I think it's
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. It's
Maybe
in
at
every
some point.
inspirational
Where is it located?
everything ever. I don't know where it is. Venezuela.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll never go there.
No. Well, I might.
I'm trying to go everywhere. I just got my passport.
If I develop a drug
You
habit
guys got your
ever,
passport?
then I'll probably go to Venezuela.
If you develop one,
I never had one before, so you never know. I might catch one in the future.
Wait, you have to develop a drug habit to go to Venezuela?
Maybe. I mean, they're probably cool with the Colombians.
Are
and stuff,
you
right?
like trying to like live some like lifestyle that we should be concerned about? Like, are you about to like get your pilot's license for like small planes?
No, I already have my pilot's license.
Do you guys got your passport, by the way?
No.
Oh. Yes.
I get real sketched out about
I
sending
have mine, but I have to call any country before I go.
Me too.
Because I have to decide if they like me or not.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I don't have a felony though.
Yeah.
They just
How
don't
do you
necessarily
not know
like
if
you
you
to drive
know
a
if
car.
you have a fucking felony or not?
I don't know. Oh, is it only for that?
Yeah.
I thought it was just for.
No, for DWI, sometimes you just won't have driving privileges in those countries. But if you have a felony, you have to like call.
That sucks.
The country.
Anyway,
hey guys.
And be like, hey, are you cool with me coming over here? I had a DUI and I blew a .098 years ago.
Well, either way,
and they still don't let me drive.
Let's plan a trip because I really want to
Actually,
use
6 years ago.
the stupid passport.
I'll go to
Amber.
no, I'm not going to Canada with you.
Well, I can't
Canada,
go. Canada.
fuck Canada. I
Yeah,
can't go to
no,
Canada
y'all can't go to Canada. I have no desire to go to
Mexico,
Canada.
though.
Yeah, no, we can totally go to Mexico.
All inclusive something.
I'm not going to Mexico.
Yo, when I want to go all inclusive, I go to my mom's house because she's got the in-ground pool. They got like 9 lots. The
Can we all
boat's
go there?
Can we go
They
to your
got
mom's
a
house?
Jeep. Yeah, why not?
So can
So
we all
we'll
just
just
go?
send
All right.
them-
So originally, the whole ocean fascination started with stupid plastic. I had to mention this. It's just a fact that's never gonna get out of my mind.
He's so upset.
It's disturbing. It pisses me off because
Have they ever seen you mad before?
I tend to like the ocean. I thought I liked the ocean, but I don't know. I mean, after today's show, I do.
Do you like it or you don't like it? You're
I don't know.
very confused.
I'm still
He doesn't
in,
know
you
yet.
sent me mixed signals.
I'm in limbo.
We have to take him to the ocean so he can touch the bottom.
What is it? You've never
Key
been
West.
to the ocean?
I have. Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Key West. We're gonna take him to Key West.
You're not going.
And
We'll
then-
go to Key West.
And then I'll love the ocean.
yeah.
All right. So
I'll go
by
by myself.
2050, the plastic in the ocean will outweigh the fish.
I'll go by
So,
myself.
which is ridiculous because there's so many fish. I mean,
There's not that many fish.
no,
No.
There's a lot of fish.
there's a lot of
There's
fish.
There's a lot
of
of fish, but there's not that many fish.
But in addition to the
What's
climate
less than it
change,
used to be?
pollution
That's
is
a
the
Japanese
rapidly
fault, though. It's a whole
changing
different
our
story.
world's oceans. Conversation internationalists say that humanity dumps 8 million metric tons of plastic into them every year.
metric tons, that's
Humanity, not humidity.
I said humanity, didn't I?
You said
I'm
humidity.
pretty sure you said humanity.
I heard humidity.
Let's go to the tape.
It'll be a clip. It'll be a
I
clip for the,
heard humidity.
that noise.
It'll be a clip for the behind the scenes. That means in a little less than 30 years, there will be more tons of plastic in the ocean than fish. So when you jump into the ocean,
You're more likely to catch.
a straw,
six-pack.
a straw in the
Something.
ass, or like.
Are you going to be alive in 30 years?
Probably not.
Okay.
So that's why we gotta hit.
I mean, maybe.
We gotta hit Key West sooner.
30 years,
assisted
I'll be
living.
61. You'll
He'll
be
be
pushing 70.
No. What you mean pushing, girl?
You're not over 40, are you?
I don't. No, I'm 23.
I know.
Last I knew, I was 23.
Right.
Are you really over 40? Wait, yeah, yes, you are. Shit.
Jeez Louise.
I'm just thinking.
Sorry, bro. I didn't mean to blame you like that. That was unintentional.
You'll be pushing 80, excuse me.
75. Don't. You
Yeah.
know, he won't be pushing 80.
Well, you know, I say.
It's all about how you feel, dog.
Hey.
You'll be
That's
pushing
Just be
65.
living life.
Is he got 10 years on you? Is it really
Almost,
10
no,
years?
it's like 9.
Yeah, there's a decade.
It's got like 9.
There's a
No,
decade.
because you're 79.
So wait, I
You're
thought
79.
I thought you were 12
Sorry?
years.
78. All right, he's 78.
Yeah,
I'm
you're-
87.
You got 12 years on me. Okay.
Yeah.
So, all right.
But the
More than
sooner
a decade.
the sooner we go, the better.
Bro, you have been right there.
So, anyways, that is
Look at him.
my last fact about the wonderful ocean.
Matthew's never going to let us be on the show together again.
This was his idea too.
No, he totally was like, oh yeah, just me and you come over tomorrow.
He was probably hoping I was already going to be gone.
No, I didn't. I was just like, hey, it is what it is.
Look at you.
All right, I got one more fact.
That's it.
I got one more
My
fact.
heart.
And this one's fun. So Matt likes it when I do calculations on what stuff is worth.
They are
so
the
if-
best.
So if there's like a disaster that happened in 1800, right, and it caused like last week we did one. The Boston fire caused $75 million worth of damage in 1872.
Okay.
In today's money, that's $1.7 billion.
Not surprised.
Yeah,
Okay.
so he likes when I turn stuff into money.
Yeah.
So here's an awesome fact. There's enough gold in the ocean for each of us on planet Earth to have 9 pounds of gold.
So
Yeah, 9 pounds, which 9 pounds is worth $245,000, right? Okay, so there's around 20 million tons of gold dispersed throughout the ocean. It is, however, diluted pretty much to a pulp. In concentration, only a few parts per trillion, according to the National Ocean Service. The ocean floor also has undissolved gold embedded in it, but it is not cost-effective to mine it. However, if the ocean's gold were equally distributed among every person on Earth, we'd each receive 9 pounds of it. Now, from what gold is worth today, this very day, because it changes every single day,
Yeah.
9 pounds would be worth a little over $245,000. Times 7 billion people, you're talking about $1.75 quadrillion worth of gold. That's the next. That's the next comma after a trillion.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now, what baffles
But we can't even get it because it's too small and it's not cost effective.
But they would never do that. They would. Nobody would ever.
No, you couldn't.
But
It's
that's
impossible to get it all. But I'm just saying.
But there is
how
gold
dope
out
would
there.
that be?
There's gold out there.
Yeah, they have people like I lived in a town in Colorado called Silverton, and it was a mining town. And it's
Did they mine silver?
No, they mined gold.
Why was it called Golden?
I don't know why I wasn't there. I didn't live in that era to where they named the town. Why would they name?
You should have figured it out.
But I'm sure they mined silver too. But no, it was a mining town. But there's still people that go there and pan for gold, and it's illegal.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, it's illegal.
There's gold there, but it's
because
illegal to mine
it's
it?
private property. So all that property is owned by different people.
I mean, most
there's
mining,
no public
most
area
mining
for
operations mine on private property anyways. They just
but they
strike a deal with
own it themselves.
Right. Yeah.
But dude, I'm telling you.
Well, no, a lot of the times too, it'd be like, if you owned 300 acres in Oregon on a river where they thought gold was, I'd be like, hey, can I prospect this property from you and you get 15% of whatever I
exactly.
find.
I still believe
mine the shit out of my property.
Yeah. But I'm telling you, there's still gold at the bottom of the ocean.
You could frack it, you could mine it,
you know what I mean?
Dig it.
Like, if you were to, the technology was to, go through the bottom of the ocean, dig down a little, dude, there's probably a shit ton of gold.
Yeah. Yeah, well, there's 200 million tons. 20 million.
Could you imagine if you're just down there? And you're like, dude, I just found 2 bricks of gold.
Anyways, well, that was my last one.
Anyways, that is our one couple drinks for the show.
1 drink. Well, I had 2.
Yeah.
1.5. I had 1.5. But anyways, guys, don't forget you can catch all of our history shows every Monday as well as all of these full-length shows every Wednesday, both on our Facebook and YouTube page at One Drink Podcast. Please hit that sub button and click on the bell notifications to be the first ones notified when all our new episodes hit.
Yes.
You like how fast I just did that too, right?
Well, I already know how fast you talk. You're worse than those goddamn medical
I have to
commercials.
slow myself
You
down
are a
on this
medical
show.
commercial.
And
I'd love to
please,
do that. Yeah, the guy that reads the fine print.
They
wouldn't have to. They wouldn't have to
become
speed
an
me up though.
auctioneer?
They wouldn't have to. Oh, I'd love to.
You
A room full of people that don't have anything
I
to do
could
but
probably
pay
get you
straight
into it. I
attention
know
to me.
some
Oh, I'm
guys.
in.
Yeah, no, I know some guys, and also you're a great salesman. So. Oh yeah, no, I know some.
I'm not a good salesman. I'm just a bartender, which is really the same thing.
Dude, you could sell ice to Eskimos. Shut up.
I probably.
anyways, please share
It's valuable.
with one friend. Amber, are you going to share this on your page?
Yo, I share everything.
Do you know a guy named Ken?
Yes.
Does he go by Ken or Kenny?
Ken? I know a couple Kens. What?
Do you?
Do they go by Ken?
Yeah.
There you go.
We need to have them on the show.
You need
You need
a
to
Ken.
watch Like Sweet Show. Then you'll
You need
understand
a
the
Ken?
Ken and Ken, we need you.
Yep.
Ken Carell. He works at Dirty Dave's.
Well, Dirty Ken, we need you.
There we go.
Why does he gotta be dirty, Kenny? He's actually really clean. He's bald.
Works at
And
Dirty
his head
Dave's,
is
so
very
it's really-
shiny.
Don't argue against the.
And if you go to Dirty Dave's and you mention One Drink Podcast, we will get you 1 free
That's right.
drink.
With Vanessa.
It's very simple. with
I've
Vanessa.
tried to do that, and
Well,
she
you don't count.
refuses
Yeah,
to give
that's
me
'cause
my
you don't
free
count.
drink.
Anyways, guys, don't
No,
forget.
I'm.
See ya.
See ya.
Really?